Hello everyone. So today we're going to learn about CSS FlexBox and how does it work to style our elements. So we have our browser on site and our editor side by side so that we can understand clearly what's going on. So first of all we have a container with the black border and also 4 childs inside it. So we'd like to apply some styles. Some basic styles are already applied, like the width and height of the child elements, their background color, and also the container. I have given the display flex, and the flex wrap is no wrap by default, and we have a title. So what are we going to do to realize the flex wrap property? Let's keep it no wrap first, and let's see if we add some more components or elements inside this container. What happens is it it gets shrinked automatically to adjust the full width of the container. Though they have a width of 100 pixel, if you want to see, the width is reduced in here. That's how the container is getting all the elements inside, because the childs are now have shrink to 100 pixel each to get adjusted in the full width. So the shrink property of the child elements is automatically or by default turned on. The value is 1 by default, but if we make it 0, so now they will not shrink. So what will happen? They will overflow the container. And if we turn on the wrap, now let's see what happens. They will overflow and they will get to the downside, but there is still a space in the container. So that's what the flex wrap property does. And if we enable the shrink, this will not happen. And if we make it no wrap, now they will get adjusted inside this container. And there is another property called flex grow, and to understand that we can just make this flex grow property to 1, and they will expand all the way to fill the empty space of the container. So that's what the flex grow property does. And we also have a flex basis, which can be replaced by this white property. So we can say flex basis, and we can determine the white here. And now they will have the new flex basis white. To make it more clear, we can now reduce the size to 100, and if we keep it 150, it will be implemented into all of these elements. And if we make the flex grow get back again, they will take all the space, all the empty space inside the container. So this is what the flex basis grow and shrink does, and we can combine them all together inside this shorthand flex. We can say 1 1, and then we can set the basis property like this. It will be the same because this is the shorthand property of all of them. And also if we want to center anything like this justify content and align items, which is already applied here, if we get rid of them, you see the letters A, B, and C are moved to the corner. So these are also the properties of the flex property. So we can say justify content center. It will move them in the center but horizontally, and to move them in the center also vertically, we need to say align items center, and that will move them in the center also from vertically. So that's what the justify content does. And we can also make them like flex end, they will be moved like here. And we can also say flex start, they will be moved on the left side. and we can also say center to just keep them on the center, which looks great. And so this is what the flex property is doing. By the justify content and ally items, we can center any elements inside a box. And we also explained how the flex wrap property does, and also the shorthand property for flex grow, shrink, and basis. So this is basically what the flexbox does, and to use all of these properties, the display flex must be called on the container and also on the child if you want to manipulate their position inside the child elements also. And the flex, basis, grow, and shrink must be implemented on the child elements, not the container. Okay, so these are the things we need to keep in mind, and then we can use the flexbox in our projects successfully.